secret that food is one of the many ways straight to my heart, so I couldn't be more excited than to introduce our next guest. This is Chris from the Lab Bistro. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Now, you all are a made-from-scratch bakery specializing in Miami food.
Correct.
So how did the business come to fruition?
So my wife and I first met in Miami, and well, it all started in Miami. Most of our food is a representation of Miami food, which is a culmination of a lot of the cultures that we have in Miami.
Perfect. Now, you're talking a little bit about your food. I can't go without mentioning all the food on this table. Can you tell us everything that we have here? Because it smells amazing. I've never been more mad at being on a diet in my life.
So here we've got our Cuban sandwich. This is our take on a Cuban quesadilla. This is our infamous pan con lechon. We have a couple pastries up here. We've got our croquetas, which are a staple Miami product. Then we've got yuca bites, which are made with yuca and a lot of love. Then we've got our puff pastry desserts. These are our turnovers. They're called pastelitos. And we also have some empanadas. The empanadas are Argentinian style empanadas. Then we've got our cachapa, which is our Miami version of the cachapa. And that's pretty much it. And we got a couple coffee cups here because we do serve coffee. So the infamous Cuban coffee is definitely always on tap.
Ooh, fighting words. Now, it is Hispanic Heritage Month and you're a Hispanic business. What is your objective as a Hispanic business?
So our objective is to showcase in the 757 the fact that there's more to Latin America than just Mexican cuisine. We have Cuban, Venezuelan, we've got Colombian, we've got Argentinian, we've got such a large array of cultures that make up the melting pot in Miami, and that's what we showcase with our food.
I love that, and everything smells amazing. Don't get any close-ups on me because you'll probably catch the drool. Where did your recipes come from? Were they passed down from family or friends? Did you kind of taste and try? How did you come up with your recipes for all your food?
So our recipes are a culmination of experience. My wife and I, we've brought a lot of recipes with us. I've grown up in the food industry for many, many years since I was a kid. And my wife had a bakery in Honduras with her mother. So she brought on a lot of recipes from her youth. And us together, we've pretty much made what Miami is up here in Hampton Roads area.
Okay, that's really cool. Now, if you had to pick a favorite menu item, what would it be? And I'm telling you right now, I know it's going to be hard because all of this just looks and smells so good.
Well, it's real difficult. Like me personally, I can't say what's my favorite because I'm a big boy. So I like to eat a lot, but definitely the Cuban sandwich. You've got people that make a version of the Cuban sandwich. We make the Cuban sandwich. So you'll be eating a real Cuban sandwich when you come to us.
Okay, so that was one of my questions. You just said you won't be just eating a Cuban sandwich, you'll be eating the Cuban sandwich. So what makes your food at Lab Bistro unique?
So what makes us unique at Lab Bistro is we make everything from scratch. So we've sourced the proper ingredients. With my experience as a butcher, I know how to properly pick the meats that go into all of our dishes. So I'm gonna make sure the customer gets nothing less than the best. So that's what I put into our cuisine, both my wife and I, and we take pride in doing this.
I love it, and you can tell just even by the presentation here on stage right now that you put a lot of love into your food. Now, we have to go back to the Cuban sandwich because I've never heard anyone speak so highly of their own food. What goes into your Cuban sandwich?
So Cuban sandwich is pretty simple for me because I'm just used to making it, but we make our own bread. That's the most important part of the Cuban sandwich. So it's pretty much our Cuban bread, mustard, regular mustard, pickles, then you've got our pulled pork, which it's got mojo sauce in it, which we make from scratch as well as ham, Smithfield ham, it's here, that's what we're using, and Swiss cheese.
Amazing. Now, thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell our viewers where they can find you both on the internet and where are you located in Hampton Roads?
So we are in an industrial area in Hampton Roads, very Miami. We are at 2608 Horse Pasture Road, Suite 104, Virginia Beach, Virginia, 23453. And I think you can check us out at Instagram at thelabbistro.co.
Awesome. Well, Chris, thank you so much for joining us. And everybody out there, make sure you go check out Lab Bistro because I can't tell you how amazing it sounds.